What is up everyone? In this video we're gonna talk about what weapon is the best one for Childe. So there are many that are being discussed, and then they say Skyward Harp is the best weapon for Childe. Also, there are some people they talk about amos bow as well, and then finally 4-star weapon, which is Rust. The reason why people say Rust is one of the best weapon for Childe is probably because of this. Increases normal attack damage by 40% at Refined Rank 1, but decreases aim shot damage by 10%. I do not think Rust is the best weapon for F2Ps, because you'd probably have Childe at 0 constellation. So, it really depends on how you would use him. And besides those 3, I would like to throw in the Stringless as well. And I'll tell you the reason why. But before we get started, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel to help me out. Thank you very much. I was only going to compare the damage difference between Rust and Skyward Harp because a lot of people told me that Rust is the best one, and then that I should not be spending money for Skyward Harp. Because Skyward Harp gives you critical chance and Rust gives you attack percentage, we're gonna have to take in consideration that those builds are gonna be a little different, but to make things more consistent and a little bit fair, let me try to put the artifact that gives you crit chance so that things will look more consistent. Okay, I'll give him crit rate 31%, main stats. So right now he has level 70 Rust, same level as Skyward Harp. He has 62% crit rate, 128% crit damage, and he's got 1900 attack. Let's go find out about his attack on melee stance, aim shot, and his ult. Let's go. Okay, that's some nice damage. Here's a Q. Okay. Okay, that is 3.1k. Alright. So guys, here we go again. We're gonna be using Skyward Harp. So, his crit rate, 80%. Crit damage is 168% because of his refinement. That is too high. You're gonna have to subtract maybe like 25 from that. He's got some elemental mastery, 124. Attack at almost 1900 attack. So, here we go. I'm gonna be using Skyward Harp. And big rip for those Regis finds and, you know, the Valin. Because they kind of became our test subject. Whenever some new character comes up, we're just like, oh, let's try this out. So, okay, we're definitely seeing some less damage than when I used the Rust. Alright. Okay, that was 4k. Alright, 4k with the Skyward Harp. We have seen Refinement Rank 5 comparisons. It is totally up to you to choose between Rust and the Skyward Harp. So as you guys have seen, the damage difference, Rust did more damage as he was in melee stance, of course. However, because Rust Bow has a 10% decreased damage when you do aim shots, Skyward Harp seems to do more damage. So you have to take that into consideration when you choose the weapon, especially when you're doing a 0 constellation Childe. You're gonna have to spend some time without melee stance, so aim shot damage is a little important in my opinion as well. Childe's Q damage is also one of the biggest thing you can take into consideration when you are choosing to play Childe. So I think I would go with Skyward Harp. If you don't have the option, Rust is good. But let me move on with the next comparison. I would like to compare between Skyward Harp and the Stringless. So there it is, level 80 Skyward Harp and level 80 Stringless. The big difference that we see, of course, is the base attack. And base attack in this game is really hard to get. And that's why I am starting to think that this game is going to help a lot of pay-to-win users because of this system. But I mean, it also brings you the joy when you get 5-star from your permanent banner. So just keep that in mind that all those 5-star weapons is going to help you out a lot. And Skyward Harp, let's do the comparison between this and the Stringless. So with the Skyward Harp, I have 2100 attack, and I have more crit rate now, so it feels good. But keep that in mind that I'm not going to be building him like this with Skyward Harp. But the reason why I would prefer to have high crit rate is because I would like to have a more consistent damage experiment for you guys. So there we go. The thing you need to take a look at is gonna be the Q damage, okay? Alright, let's go. Hopefully it crits. Let's go! Okay, 22k. Let's do some range attacks. Okay, we're seeing some more damage. 4.5k. Okay, alright. Skyward Harp into the Stringless. And it says that it increases elemental skill and elemental burst damage by 48%. So we're gonna have to take that into consideration. Before he had 124 elemental mastery, but now he's gonna use the Stringless. Let's see how much damage we can do with the Q without any of those elemental reactions. Alright, so the ult damage, let's go. 21. Not that amazing. And that is probably because there was no elemental reaction. Okay? Keep that in mind that there was a biased condition into this experiment. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna be doing some elemental reactions and compare that damage, and I will need some help with the food so that I'll get a more consistent crit chance. Right now it's 62%. If you had been watching my damage challenge videos, you would know what's going on, but basically I'm going to be using Bennett's Q to transfer attack to Childe. And also, Bennett has Noblest set, so that using Q with Bennett, he's gonna also give 20% extra attack to the party members. Using Sucrose E or Q would also give you extra 20% elemental mastery to the party members, which is really nice. And I would also need to use Sucrose skills on top of the enemy's Hydro effect, because that would also decrease the resistance because of the very decent set. So here we go. Let's see how it goes. Okay, here we go. Bennett. Childe again, use Q. Okay, that is 117k damage with the Stringless. I got quite a lot of damage from his Q, and it's probably because of his Elemental Mastery and also his Stringless, which gives him extra damage when he does skills. So I'm gonna be switching out from Stringless to Skyward Harp, and let's see if the attack difference is going to show us that Skyward Harp is better or the Stringless is better in terms of Q damage. And this is the changed stats. I've got lower elemental mastery, of course. He's got higher crit rate, he's got higher crit damage, and he's got higher attack. We're gonna be doing the same thing, okay? So that is 110k. As you guys have seen, the Stringless did more damage when it comes to the Q damage with those Vaporize. And with the right setup, in my opinion, better than Stringless overall. But if you are going to be using Childe just for that setup and doing that big damage, then Stringless is going to be better. And of course, if you prioritize your E damage, then Rust is going to be your best weapon. If you don't have those weapons, it is totally fine. You can have those 3-star weapons that gives you crit rate or attack percentage. Alright? Also, the Battle Pass weapon is going to work, but it is not that great to be honest. So why don't you just kind of wait until you get the Rust and then try him out. If you take this into consideration, that he has a lot of crit damage because of the Refinement rank 5, I believe Stringless is gonna be more accessible to many of you guys. And if you can have Refinement rank 5 Stringless, then it would be the best weapon for you to go for when it comes to doing a damage showcase. But in my opinion, overall, Skyward Harp is gonna be the winner of those comparison. Okay, so as we have seen in the video, we have to choose what we have. So this is what I had to do to compare those bows to see which one is the best for me right now, considering all those refinements on the weapons. So for me, it's gonna be Skyward Harp. What is yours? Let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna be using Skyward Harp to showcase the Constellation 0 to Constellation 6. Thank you for watching my video. Hopefully this helped you choose which weapon you could use or you should use on Childe, and leave a subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later. Adios.